Medicinal and spiritual plant uses. Indigenous peoples across North and South America have long held a deep knowledge of medicinal plants, understanding their healing properties through careful observation, oral traditions, and spiritual connection. This knowledge was not just about treating physical ailments, but also maintaining balance between body, mind, and spirit. In this section, we will explore common medicinal plants and their applications, ritual and spiritual uses of plants in healing ceremonies, respecting Indigenous knowledge of plant-based medicine, common medicinal plants and their applications. Indigenous healers, sometimes called medicine people, shamans, or herbalists, identified thousands of plants with medicinal properties. Many of these plants form the basis of modern pharmaceutical drugs. Examples of indigenous medicinal plants. Plant name, willowbark. Region, North America. Traditional uses contain salicin, used for pain relief. It's natural aspirin. Echinacea, North America. Boosts the immune system, treats infections. Yarrow, North and South America. Stops bleeding, reduces fever, treats colds. Cedar, North America. Used for lung health, teas for colds, and spiritual purification. Coca leaves, Andes, South America. Used to combat altitude sickness, increase stamina. Mugwort, North and South America. Used for dream enhancement, digestion, and menstrual regulation. Chuchuhuasi, Amazon rainforest. Anti-inflammatory, relieves arthritis and muscle pain. Sage, North America. Used for respiratory health, digestion, and purification. Tobacco, natural, not commercialized. North and South America. Used in spiritual ceremonies for offerings and as medicine. Wayusa, Amazon rainforest, used as a stimulant, like caffeine, and for lucid dreaming. Many indigenous remedies involve combinations of plants rather than single ingredients. Healing methods include teas, poultices, salves, inhalations, and baths. Ritual and spiritual uses of plants in healing ceremonies. Indigenous medicine is not just about physical healing. It is deeply tied to spiritual well-being, community balance, and connection to the land. Many healing practices involve sacred plants, prayer, song, and ritual. Ceremonial and spiritual plant uses. Sage, sweetgrass, cedar, and tobacco, the 4 sacred medicines, North America, used by indigenous groups like the Anishinaabe, Lakota, and Cree. Sage, cleanses negative energy, purifies space. Sweetgrass, attracts good spirits, used in braids or burned. Cedar, protective medicine, often burned in ceremonies or made into tea. Tobacco, used in prayer and offerings, considered sacred, not recreational. Ayahuasca, Amazonian indigenous medicine, a sacred visionary plant medicine made from Banisteriopsis caapi and Psychotria viridis, used by shamans in the Amazon rainforest for spiritual healing, cleansing, and connecting to ancestors. Consumed in ceremonial settings with chants and guidance from elders. Oh. There we go. Peyote, used by indigenous peoples of Mexico and North America. A small cactus containing mescaline used in sacred ceremonies by the Huichol, Lakota, and other groups. Helps with vision quests, spiritual guidance, and emotional healing. San Pedro cactus, Andean indigenous medicine. A visionary plant used by the Quechua, Aymara, and other Andean tribes. facilitates healing, introspection, and connection to nature. Copal, Mesoamerican and South American indigenous cultures. A tree resin burned as incense in ceremonies by the Maya and Aztec peoples, used for cleansing spaces, honoring ancestors, and spiritual protection. Mapacho, wild tobacco, Amazonian tribes, used in shamanic rituals and ceremonies for purification, different from commercial tobacco, prepared and smoked with respect. Cacao, chocolate in its natural form, Mesoamerican culture, used in spiritual ceremonies by the Maya and Aztecs, considered the food of the gods. It opens the heart and promotes emotional balance. Respecting indigenous knowledge of plant-based medicine. Indigenous medicinal knowledge has been developed over thousands of years through direct observation, trial and error, and deep spiritual relationship with the land. Unfortunately, much of this knowledge has been exploited or stolen by outsiders. The importance of cultural respect. Do not exploit sacred plants. Many traditional medicines, like ayahuasca, peyote, and San Pedro, are deeply sacred and not meant for casual use or commercial gain. Western tourism and exploitation have caused shortages and overharvesting. Acknowledge Indigenous knowledge keepers. Indigenous healers and elders have safeguarded these traditions. Their expertise should be recognized and compensated fairly when shared. Harvesting with respect. Indigenous harvesting methods prioritize sustainability, balance, and gratitude. Always take what is needed and give thanks to the land. Protect medicinal plant habitats. Many sacred plants are at risk due to deforestation, climate change, and overharvesting. Supporting Indigenous-led conservation efforts is crucial. Conclusion. Indigenous peoples have an extraordinary knowledge of plant-based medicine, using both physical and spiritual healing techniques. These traditions emphasize respect for nature, community well-being, and sustainability. Key takeaways. Indigenous healers use a diverse range of medicinal plants for wound healing, immunity, pain relief, and overall health. Many plants have spiritual and ceremonial significance, playing roles in purification, guidance, and emotional healing. Respecting Indigenous plant knowledge means avoiding exploitation, overharvesting, and cultural appropriation.